Hi everyone, Shalom. This is Becks in New Zealand, and I'm joined by Bob in Australia.
G'day.
Yeah, we we just want to take some time today on Friday on Shabbat to talk about the Sabbath. So, Bob, what were you thinking about that?
You know, it is I love rhythm, whether it's the drums on a Broadway show like Stomp or in music, any kind of musical. I just love rhythm. It keeps me going. And I think the Sabbath is that weekly rhythm from heaven, especially when we're in lockdown, when every day is like every day. You don't know, what is it, Tuesday? Is it Thursday? It doesn't matter because we're all at home and we're all just doing whatever. But the Sabbath is not only ritual, it is rhythm. I'm going to go down to Bondi Beach as the moon rises, because it's going to be a full moon tonight. I love those moments. And that's a monthly cycle. I just love rhythm. I think that helps me keep my pace going over my decades. I mean, you've grown up in a Messianic Jewish flavored home where Sabbath actually mattered, didn't it?
So much. The Sabbath was something we tried to do every week, and it's very special to me, and it's something that I love when I'm at home, which I am at the moment. It's something I know we're going to do, and I've got some of my family's Shabbat things here. Candles, our Kiddush Cup. Mum made some Challah. Looking forward to eating that later.
What is used to make that? Is that sourdough, or is that whole wheat, or gluten-free? Can you use any of those things?
Probably, but I think she just used plain old white flour, so pretty easy. Yeah, and just clasp it.
It's twisted or something. It looks like it's a woman's hair.
Yeah, it's so plaited or braided. Yeah, the 3 strands. So yeah, it's just white bread, but it's really good the next day if you toast it as well. It's all
How about French toast? Can you do that?
Oh, I haven't tried that, but we should do that.
It's the bomb. Now, what else do you have on your table? You've got the Kiddush Cup, you said.
Got the Kiddush Cup. Mm-hmm.
Kiddush comes from the Hebrew for sanctification, lekadesh, to make holy. Now, it's got a tray. What is that?
Well, I learned about this today. So the tray is so you can pour the wine in and it can overflow, and it represents God's love overflowing, or the overflowing love of God. So I'm going to try that tonight. I'm going to just keep pouring, and when Mum and Dad tell me off, I'll be like, that's what you're supposed to do.
The tray is to catch the overflow, hey? That's the idea.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, but don't keep pouring, because the tray will overflow, and then you'll get it all over the
It's only very shallow.
Yeah, your beautiful tablecloth. It's not going to be good. And then you've got some candles. Every Jewish holiday seems to start with candles.
Yeah.
Probably
the blessing of candles.
Yeah, probably because the evening is the beginning of the day. So every Jewish holiday starts in the evening, and it's dark, so you got to light candles. I mean, they didn't have electricity in the time of Jesus or Moses. That looks like a stock standard Jewish home. Candles, Kiddush Cup, Challah. I can almost smell the beautiful warm bread wafting through the house. And that not only added to the rhythm, it adds to the aromas, to the pleasures, to all the senses that we use to recall something. What is Sabbath supposed to recall? God gave it to us in the 10 Commandments. He said, I want you to keep the Sabbath because it's representing something.
Yeah, it's representing rest. It's representing the day that God finished creation, and on the 7th day he rested.
Yes, yeah. He says, 6 days the Lord made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and all that they contain, and he rested on the Sabbath day. Therefore, keep the Sabbath and observe it and make it holy. That's in one of the sets of 10 Commandments. The other set, one's in Exodus and one's in Deuteronomy, and the other one says, to remind you that you came out of Egypt. And I think both are pretty remarkable, that they're both historical markers in the life of the Jewish community. You know, the word Sabbath is used 145 times in my Bible. I did not count.
Wow.
I did not count them one by one. I let my concordance do that. But that's a lot. There's a lot of reference to it. If we rest, then we'll be rejuvenated to start up again Saturday night, Sunday. Saturday night with Havdalah, Sunday. Now, there are some people who keep the Sunday Sabbath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Church for them is Sabbath. And they actually start with Saturday night wine and candles and do all that. I think it's a beautiful thing when Christians take on board some Jewish flavor to the celebration of the Lord's Day. Do you think that all Christians are required to keep the Sabbath?
That's a question that a lot of people wrestle with, I think. And I have people ask me, oh, do you keep the Sabbath? And I think it makes me then say, what does it mean by keep the Sabbath? So before I can say Christians are supposed to keep the Sabbath, let's define what does keeping the Sabbath even mean? Does it mean just remembering it? Or are we supposed to do something?
Or not do something?
Yeah, or cease from doing things, yeah.
In fact, the word Shabbat literally means to cease. So when I used to wear a watch, I would take off my watch. That was my way of celebrating the Sabbath, to chill and to be at ease. And I think that's what God wants for us, is to walk into a restful time. Because some of his disciples were harvesting, picking some grains in the fields, or he'd heal somebody on the Sabbath. But he kept claiming to be a phrase that shocked people. He said of himself that he was Lord of the Sabbath. What do you reckon that means?
Well, it could mean he was above the Sabbath. He instigated the Sabbath.
It could mean a lot of things, right? But whatever Sabbath means, he's the one about whom it is. He's the Lord of it. He's the one about whom it is. And so when we keep Sabbath, we should remember who Yeshua is, and that he loves people and wants to extend to a sick man healing, and to a lame man to walk, and to a desperately needy person forgiveness. I mean, there's so much that God does in Yeshua. Well, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, Rebekah, and I hope that you and your family have a great night tonight and restful day tomorrow. It's been a pleasure to share with you on this podcast.
And with you. Shabbat Shalom.